computer. I'm going to start it from here if that's all right, and I'll edit out the rest of it, just so I don't forget the
Good plan.
Okay, and then if someone objects, Benita, you may have gotten it from the email, but we're going to record this, not to put it on Facebook or anything, but just as a way to work with it and improve it, and to show perhaps, you know, a presenter. And great, Marcy is here. Wow, great. We have everyone.
Marcy.
Wow, this is phenomenal.
Hello.
This is all coming together. Let me just do one thing. It's the character, you know. Okay. We're ready to go. All right, everyone, let's have fun. Okay.
I just want to say to the actors who just joined us, on behalf of the Episcopal Actors Guild, I'm so glad you're here and thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you all. And thank you, Peter, for allowing us to do this act at the conclusion of your wonderful actors workshop, Actors Night workshop. All right, so it's going to go for about 25 minutes. I wrote this play. I'm interested in getting feedback on it because I'm hoping that this play helps move the conversation on matters involving diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I hope you all have a good time listening to it, watching it. Okay, Anne.
It's an Italian thing. No, it's a Black thing. Act 1, Scene 1. Getting ready to meet Winnie. Frankie is an Italian-American 65-year-old white Italian transgender female who is in love with Tanasia, a 50-year-old African-American or Black cis female. They are in Frankie's mother's basement in suburban New Rochelle, New York, to rehearse the first meeting on the upcoming Friday evening with Tanasia's mother, Winifred, affectionately known as Winnie. Frankie is concerned whether Winnie will accept Frankie as a potential life partner for Tanasia, because Frankie is so different, Italian-American, white, transgender, female, and 15 years older, at Frankie's mother's basement.
Gotta go. I just heard Tanasia's car in the driveway. No, I didn't close the sale. She wanted to talk to her wife. What's she gonna know about VR stocks?
Frankie, hi. You left the door open. Somebody could.
John, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? I left it open on purpose. So when you arrive, and if I was on the phone, I could finish my conversation while you came in and sat down and thinking ahead. It's an Italian thing.
What? Thinking ahead or getting robbed?
Funny girl.
Sorry I'm late. They kept us over. I don't have much time. Choir night, remember?
Oh, yeah, right. And we only got 20 minutes before my brother comes here. You took a lift here? Your car's still not ready?
Easy. Calm down, hon. No. Angela dropped me off. She's coming back in 5 minutes to pick me up for choir. Yes, not much time before Jimmy comes. How long do you think he'll keep babysitting your mother while you keep going to your singing
It
class?
starts in an hour and a half. Hold on. Hey, Mom. Mom, can you put on a fresh pot of coffee? Tanasia's here. You know, about Jimmy, at least he's got some relief, you know. I'm waiting for my house to be repaired. Mom, Tenacia says hello.
Why do you do that?
It's an Italian thing.
What? Making up stuff?
No, I call them white little loving lies, just kind of letting her know that you love her and you're saying hello.
She knows already. By the way, why are they white and not brown or black? Not as wrong.
What?
Forget it. Just kidding.
Just, I want to go over the dialogue for Friday night.
You kidding me, right? This is why you had me come. Just be yourself, your wonderful, adorable, lovable self, but a maniac.
When she answers the door, is she going to say, "Hi, Fran, nice to meet you"?
Yeah, probably something like that.
And are we holding hands when she comes to the door? And it's such a small landing. I'll go down one step so you can open the storm door and go in first.
Yeah, Frankie, relax. Play it by ear.
How's this? Winifred. Hi, Winifred. So glad to finally meet you.
Use Winnie.
Oh, okay. Do I kiss her on the cheek? You know, it's an Italian thing.
Actually, it's a black thing too, especially between women.
But will she be thinking of me as a woman or as a trans? Or
Stop it. She's gonna think you're crazy if you get all tangled up. Be yourself. She already likes you from what I told her and from the videos.
videos? What videos?
I showed her your karaoke from last week singing "That's Life" with the jokes.
Oh, why did you show her? She really liked it?
Oh, and the video of the old film where you and Jimmy were Cub Scouts marching in the parade for the
Oh, yeah.
Italian feast. Your mother and father beaming on the sidewalk, and everyone with powdered sugar on their faces from eating Z-Poles.
Zeppelins. Oh my God, what did she say?
She said your family's priceless.
Well, in a good way or a bad way? What did she mean by that?
I don't know. Ask her on Friday night.
It's just the three of us, right?
Well,
What do you mean, well?
her sister Gladys may come by, usually does on Friday nights.
Oh my God, I gotta prepare for her too? Why is she coming?
Black sisters live near each other. They see each other a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a black thing.
I think you're right. You know, black sisters are more likely to live in the same neighborhood, like us Italians did decades ago. Wait. I hear a door upstairs. Oh no, Jimmy's here already. His shift probably ended early. We'll never get through this. Gotta move it along.
The best laid plans of mice and men. I mean, trans.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy! Tenacia's here. Please bring down the coffee and the cake, okay?
Hey, Frankie boy. I mean, Frankie. Be down soon. Sugar and milk for Tanny?
He's no dumb waiter. Get it? Yeah.
Why does he call me Tanny? So weird. Frankie, Jimmy, Johnny, Bobby, Sammy. Oh my God. Do you think subconsciously he's thinking my brown skin is just tan?
No. It's an affectionate way to refer to somebody. It starts out in grammar school that everybody has an I, E, or a Y at the end of their name. Then as they get older in college and stuff, they drop it. It's too juvenile. And then when they hit 50 or so, they get it back to be younger again. It's an
Italian thing.
Jimmy's coming down.
Jimmy the Goomba at your service.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Hi, you two lovebirds.
Good
Okay.
seeing you again. By the way, I like my name complete. You don't have to shorten it.
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. By the way, Frankie's a case in point. I mean she, went from Frank at birth to Francis at baptism to Frankie boy in grammar school to Frankie in high school to Frank in college and work. And then when she transformed
Transitioned.
to Francis, then to Fran, and now back to Frankie. Because it's cool. And she wants to be in the in crowd. My brother, she gets some kind of a prize or at least something for all those names. Yet still with the same person. Well,
Brother,
not really.
you're funny. Tanasia and I were preparing for me to meet her mother, Winifred, on Friday night. What do you mean? Oh no.
I like to be on a fly on the wall to see her face when she sees you.
Don't make me feel bad now. As it is, I'm anxious about it.
I told you, just be yourself.
Oh no, don't do that. She'll think you're too scattered and not serious. And you got to be more reserved. No low cut stuff, more ladylike. And don't let your once in a while Guido show, speak a little higher in a singy songy feminine way, or else she'll think you're
A what?
decisive, like Bowie's rebel, rebel, dun, dun, dun. You got your mother in a whirl.
Oh God.
Not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey, here's help. What are you bringing?
What do you mean?
And let me give you some advice as your older brother. Despite not going to years of college like you, I suggest you bake a cake. It'll show off your giving, loving, feminine side, but make a cake that Black people like.
What
Yeah,
kind of cake is that?
Deep, rich chocolate cake with chocolate ice cream.
And vanilla cake is for white people.
No, because Black people like sweets. Why? From years and years of cutting sugarcane in the fields.
Watch how you say things. Could be hurtful. Bake a cake. I don't have time to do it. No eggs and milk. No time.
I got a better idea. Show Tanisha's mother how to make meat lasagna. Your mother-in-law will love it. And love the idea of you and as another woman in her house are sharing your heritage. Then maybe you can swap recipes with her. Always wanted to try grits and chitlins.
Mrs. Washington was a world-traveled historian, studied many cultures. She knows way more than you think.
All right, start with the lasagna and let it take you from there. Mark my words, Frankie. Think of Mom's lasagna and how she always commanded attention.
Okay, Jimmy. We got to go. Tanasia has a choir to go to, and I have singing lessons.
La-di-da. And I got Mom and her rambling. You two go. I'll clean up, Frankie. Just want you to realize when I'm here babysitting, I'm missing my poker night with the boys.
Yeah. I know. Next week, have them come here. And Tanya and I will make lasagna that night and coffee and cake and espresso with sambuca. And if they want it, they'll love it. You could take 10% cut from each pot.
Now you're talking. And don't forget, wear matching aprons and high heels.
Oh, yeah.
The guys will get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
That'll be a hoot. I got to run the choir. Oh, that's my friend Angela, my ride. You guys are funny. And I know that you aren't really prejudiced anymore. Well, not much anyway.
Oh, easy now.
My good friend Angela.
Hi, Angela.
I was saying that I know deep down that you're both not prejudiced against my kind, but watch how you say things in front of my mother. It's different.
How so?
She grew up in a much different time. Her brother was killed in the Newark riots in '67, and we're with her on when we were with her Friday evening. Be careful how many times you say it's an Italian thing. For her, it may have a different ring.
But I mean it in a way.
I know, really. I know your heart, proud of your heritage, your upbringing, your family's closeness, and all of that. But also know that for a listener, for each time you say it's an Italian thing, they may be hearing from you, you're not Italian and you really don't understand. Get what I'm saying, guys?
Sure do, hon. See you later.
Bye, Tanisha. Good seeing you. Angela, do you happen to be Italian?
Yes, Jimmy. My father was born in Provincia Cosenza in Calabria. My mom was born here, but both her parents were from Calabria too.
They're going to start singing without us. Gotta go.
Angela, what's your last name? I'll friend you, okay?
Sure, Spiro Digliosi. S-P-I-R. Let me friend you. There you go.
Ah, a cool name for a cool girl. See? It's an Italian thing.
Tenasia's cool too. It's a black thing.
Two cool girls who are also hot.
Persons.
End of scene 1. Act 1, scene 2. Very nice to meet you. Frankie and Tanisha arrive at Winnie's house in the Bronx for Frankie and Winnie to finally meet.
It's tight. It's tight here. When your mom opens the door, and before she pushes the storm door, I'll wait here for you to move around and go inside. Then I'll go in.
Okay. Can I ring the bell now?
How's my lipstick?
Perfect. Come on, relax.
Hi, Frankie. So nice to meet you. Hi, Tanisha.
So very nice meeting you too.
What you got there under that aluminum foil? A cake? So sweet of you. I hope it's a chocolate cake with chocolate icing. It's a black thing. Here, put it on the table.
Next time a cake. It's a meat lasagna. I made it for you.
Wow, so perfect. We don't get to have a lasagna much. I absolutely love it.
Mom, I'll go cut 3 pieces for us, microwave them, and bring them out, okay?
Good idea. Also, pour 3 glasses of red. Okay, Frankie?
Yes, great. Is your sister coming?
No, she has to watch her daughter's baby, LaToya. I'll save a piece for Gladys and give it to her during the week. You don't realize how much lasagna is like gold to us. We lived next to Italians growing up.
Oh, really? I learned the recipe from my mom. Her parents came from Calabria in southern Italy.
Describe to me the steps.
Well, it's simple. First, use a big glass, Corningware tray, deep one. Wipe some oil at the bottom. In a big pot, you boil water for the lasagna. When it boils, add a touch of salt.
Wait. I got an idea. I remember better when there's a song or music. Why not say your recipe to the tune of That's Amore?
Add a touch of salt and oil and water and put in lasagna. In a separate large pot, make gravy or sauce or whatever you call it. Pour in 3 cans of diced tomatoes, can of sauce, and you get the idea. Hey, cum spiritu tuo. Getting carried away here.
Frankie, my lord, this does look and sound and smell heavenly, but I think you forgot to push record on your phone.
Oh, right. Don't worry. If you like it, I'll make it with you the first time, and I'm sure you will get it.
That smells great.
You put your meat in the frying pan to cook it through and through, like chopped meat, sausage, maybe some pork. When it's done, you add it to the pot with the gravy.
Oh, let's eat now, and Frankie, you can finish explaining later.
Mom, Frankie is an excellent cook. Learn from her mother.
You live with her?
Just while my house is being repaired and renovated. My brother Jimmy lives with her.
Mom, you must see them together. Her brother's a riot. Poor choice of words.
Oh my God, this is so delicious. Lucky girl, Tanasia. Frankie, I got to be honest with you.
Okay.
You don't look like I expected. You're not overdone or fake. You don't talk like I expected. Your voice seems natural, even a bit husky, sexy. You're very warm, approachable.
Oh, Mom.
Winnie, do you want me to cry now? Out of joy of being accepted by the wonderful mother of this amazing woman who I someday want to call my wife?
No, wait until we see if you pass the espresso test.
Okay.
Kidding.
Really, thank you. Thank you for your incredible generosity and openness.
Well, for too many years, I harbored animosity against Italians because my brother being shot by some mean Italian. And in the last 2 years or so, I've been letting it go. Forgiveness. It's a black thing.
It's an Italian thing. I got an idea. How about you and your sister come over to my mother's basement next Wednesday, and Tanasia and I will be making lasagna for my brother Jimmy and the poker guys, and I could show you the cooking steps while we eat together. And we could have Tanasia's friend Angela there too, helping us and taking notes and recording it.
With such a big crowd of Italians, do Gladys and I need to learn the words to sing "When the Moon Hits Your Eye" like a big pizza pie? That's amore? Or should we dance around doing mambo italiano? Or how about the chicken dance or the hokey pokey?
If you're going to do stereotypes, why not come squinting your eyes with your mouth all scrunched up and up your hands up near your eyes and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Just kidding. Winnie, you don't have to do anything. All you need to do is to relax and be your wonderful selves.
End of scene 2. Act 1, Scene 3. This is how you make lasagna. Frankie and Jimmy are seated at the table in their mother's basement, adjusting things on the table and the counter, with the refrigerator and the oven range nearby within a few feet. There are knocks on the basement door. Frankie opens the door and the visitors file in, singing "When the Moon Hits Your Eye" like a big pizza pie, in this order: Tanasia, Angela, Winnie, and Gladys.
It's lasagna. It's amore. Hi, Angela.
Good to see you. I'm ready.
That's the best statement I heard all day.
Ready to make a lasagna, I mean.
Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Frankie. This is my mother, Winnie, and her sister Gladys.
Hello, ladies. So glad you're here. We have 1 hour to make it before the polka guys start arriving.
Gladys.
Gladys would say, Estamante. I took Italian in high school. I don't know why.
I know why. There was that real cute Italian boy, Johnny G, with the black hair.
Gladys says, you remember, sis? Because you liked him too. Too much, actually.
He was my first taste of Italian.
Oh, watch it now. You got Angela blushing.
Stop that. Not that taste, food taste. His cousin Carmela made an incredible lasagna.
That's my mother's name. You'll meet her later. She's napping right now. Her caregiver brought her out today and she's exhausted.
I look forward to meeting her. I see her photo on the counter.
Frankie, what can I start with?
You know, we should have teams. You, Jimmy, and Angela should go to the counter and make the salad, the side dish of broccoli rabe, and boil the water for the lasagna. And set a big table over there near the furnace. And me and Winnie and Gladys will make the lasagna. I'm going to record it all on my phone and send it to you, Winnie, later.
Sounds great. This is pretty great. The two cultures coming together to break bread.
Men and women?
No, African Americans and Italian Americans.
Honor of cute Johnny G.
Actually, in honor of Tyrone. Let's say a prayer.
Gladys, why bring him up? It's a long time ago and under the bridge. Remember, we all forgave that cop right there at Tyrone's funeral.
I may have chanted the words along with Pastor Kyle. I forgive them, but it still pains my heart.
Mom, what are you doing? Where did you go just now? We're here at Frankie's mother's house making lasagna.
Pains me deeply how those cops treated Tyrone and his friends when the four of them laying dying in the street, blood pouring out of them. Especially that cop Tony with that snide look on his face, who came over and kicked Tyrone and Winston onto their backs to see if they were still breathing.
Gladys, he was my brother too. But you gotta let it go, sis.
And when he saw Tyrone was breathing, he shot him again.
That was then. Times have changed. These Italians are different.
Yeah, I know, for sure. And I'm sorry, Frankie and Jimmy. I gotta go. I feel overwhelmed right now.
Mom, why don't you lie down over there on the couch?
My head is banging. And I see those goddamn Italians and Mix pushing on the crowd like the crowd was wrong for being upset. Those WAP cops ruled that Newark neighborhood like they were God's gift to mankind. Meanwhile, they were the devil disguised in some handsome white faces with wavy hair.
Mom, stop.
Winnie, I'm sorry for your memories. Do you want a glass of water?
I want my brother Tyrone back. I want his kids to have their father and Susan to have her husband. I want my friends and family to be treated like we're human and not some animals of a lesser kind. I want people to smile at me when they walk by me, not give me a haunting look like they feel bad for me for being black.
Whitney, I'm very sorry that you have these horrible...
Don't say anything. Just apologize for what your kind did to my kind for much too long. I'm sorry for ruining this evening. I intended to have a good time with you all tonight, and instead I'm obsessed with this anger and I let it get the best of me.
It's okay. It's okay, Winnie. Please, hold my hand and pray. Come here, Jimmy, Tanasia, Angela. There's room in it here for you too, Gladys. Come on, and your wonderful sister. And also the spirit of Tyrone and his friends. Let's hold each other. Close our eyes and pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
As the prayer is being spoken, lights dim gradually. Sound trails off, but the audience still sees a darkened huddle of humanity hugging each other with kindness and fairness and love. End of Act 1.
Bye, everybody. Good job.
Thank you all. Tanasia, you're amazing.
You're
All right, Benita, see you.
You're wonderful. It was
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you, Aisha.
Wow.
Okay,
Right.
guys, thank you so much for that reading. Wonderful play, wonderfully read. And now we'd like to hear from everyone who is here to get your feedback. So take it away.
Love and the recipe being sung to Amen by Frankie. Recipe being sung.
Everyone should
Can
unmute.
I, yeah, it was just so wonderful. It broke my heart so many times and laughing. I live in Italy, I speak Italian. I love Italians. It just when the recipe in Italian and I think it's just the whole idea is just so brilliant. At first I thought it's in Italian, it's a black, but then I got into it. Thank you so much. I think it greatly written and the ending is unbelievable. I just literally, it broke my heart. I was in a good way. I was crying and humility of that and really humanity. Thank you so much. And the way everyone spoke, it's just so much heart was coming out and the connection and great cast. Great cast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irina. Thank you very much.
I'm a very skeptical and critical person, but I was convinced. And I'm not easily convinced.
Sorry. Say that again, Robert. I missed the beginning of it.
Yeah, I'm a very skeptical and critical person, but I was convinced, and I'm not easily convinced.
You're convinced that it was a story? I mean, what do you?
I bought the characters. I bought the
Great.
scene.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
No red flags were going up. It moved right along and built and it had all the characters and complication and
Very good. I'm sorry, Aisha. I hope nothing happened. She has an older mother, so maybe there was some issue. But Aisha was to play Gladys, so there was a bit, of. But hopefully you still got that whole thing, and thank you so much for that feedback.
And Fran,
Yes.
there's just so many great moments in there and so many lines and so believable. And in the very beginning, when
Is this Penny talking?
oh yes, sorry.
Start
Yeah,
video.
oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
great.
So many great lines in there and so many little scenes and so many moments and so believable. And in the very beginning, as soon as I heard Frankie and Winnie, am I getting the names correct? Yeah, the white little loving lies. Why are they called white? Just kidding. You know, right away I thought, wow, that's like a good start. That little tension, the whole play is like, boy, right away I thought, uh-oh, here we go. And then, and I loved Ernie's monologue. And oh no, don't show yourself. You know, and the singing, hysterical. I was like almost peeing, excuse me, but peeing my pants with the singing. That was like really, really good. And then again, the cake scene, loved it. You know, when the suggestions about making a cake and that, you know, and make a cake that Black people like Black people. And then I thought, oh, here we go again. And then let's see. Oh, there's just like so many things. Maybe I should just like write them all down. Let's see. Oh, this line made me remember so many things. Oh, you don't look like what I expected from. That's so real. And that's a line that I really believe that's said in innocence and coming out, and it just like pops out.
Right.
You know, it like just pops out, because if, I don't know, like if you're like a straight person and somebody gives you all this, you know, okay, you know, this build up, and then you look at the person, they're just a human being, not you, but they're a human being, and you go, oh, you don't look like what I thought you looked like. That was like really great. And I like the whole discussion of the recipe for the poker players. You know, talking about the recipe, and we're going to make it together. And it's just, there was just so many things. You know what, there was one thing that I wasn't clear about, not that I wasn't clear about, but Act 1, Scene 3, I got to go now. I'm feeling overwhelmed. That line seemed like it came for me, like maybe it needed one other line or something for like a transition. It seemed like it came too soon.
Who said that, Penny?
I gotta go now. I'm feeling
Winnie.
overwhelmed.
Penny said that.
Winnie. Yeah, when she's really upset, and then it seemed
Before she goes into why, before she showed her upset and anger, or
Yeah.
in the middle of
Yeah.
it? Okay.
I was in the middle of it.
Okay.
It was in the
It
middle.
seemed like it.
Winnie.
It seemed like it came for some reason. I felt like I needed to hear one more line. Like
Okay.
it seemed upset came on just maybe 1 second too soon.
Too soon.
I don't know
Okay.
things, but I'll tell you, once she got into the upset, whoa. And I'll shut up now.
Penny, thank you so much for that feedback. Really appreciate that. Really.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. The actors were just so great. And boy, I'll tell you, there's
Really
nothing like getting the color with the words. Remember when the first time I helped with I did that reading, and then we had this
Yes.
discussion color. Yes, you have to have the real deal.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, what a difference. So thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Penny. Thanks for that feedback.
I think the best writing being done today is in television. And I see this going to television. And I see it as a series. I see this only as a beginning. I see flashbacks to Tyrone, who'd become a major character, all in flashback.
Yeah.
And I just see all these, because I see so many strands that are opening up that could intertwine. The Italians, the Blacks, the this, the that, so ingeniously intertwined already. But I just see them as buds of something that'll grow. I feel there's a whole story, a whole backstory, and a whole story where this could go forward.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
You know, Fran, I
I
just want to quickly say this to you. In the scene where Winnie says to him, "You don't look like what I expected,"
Yeah.
whatever that was. That is not only, you know, it made me think of when I have gone places when I was younger and having talked to people over the phone. And when they finally saw me, it was, oh, I wasn't expecting
right,
you
Uh,
to. It's
right,
the thing that
right.
I think that people of color will also
I,
feel as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is what I was trying to accomplish in this play, is to show our prejudices among all kinds of people. Some of it, you know, that we're not even aware of it, you know, and the what
We're also more alike than you.
micro abrasions, what do they call them, microaggressions and stuff. And on Peter's point, I wrote a different script called, you know, whole completely different, called "The Past Comes Back," and without going into it, but it was sort of a sci-fi fantasy type of script, and I sent it into film festivals that had script or script only festivals, and I was officially selected in maybe 10 or 15 festivals and won a couple of them with that script. And I fashioned it as, this is the pilot for a TV series. And when I wrote this one, I had a similar feeling that Peter is saying, and I've held myself back from trying to write a second act because I wanted to kind of organically grow through people seeing it as a possible TV show. You know, that's where I would really love to see it. And because I'm really into, I mean, not that I want to make so much a societal statement or social purpose and stuff, but I think it could help people, you know, and
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, Winnie, Winnie, you so convincingly, Mimi, when you were performing, when you were reading that, I was concerned that maybe you would get disappointed that it was too over the top, it was too angry or something, but you did it so well. And I wanted to maybe hear from you about what you thought about that level of anger.
I could understand her anger. She used words I would not have used.
Okay.
I would not have called the cop a wop.
Okay.
And so I had a little reticence in some of the
Yeah.
words used, but I understand how, I have always loved playing characters that they look this way and then all of a sudden they turn on you, you know, and basically she had basically a breakdown,
Breakdown, right?
and she, while everyone was trying to hold her back, it was like, no, I have to say this. And
Yeah.
I understood that.
Good. Very good.
I was playing against type because, you know, I don't always tell my true feelings.
May I
Right.
just ask, but this is
Right.
that turning point made it such like sensational because she stood up as this, like, I have many friends and they might like models, like how strong, like, well, Russians, Italians, Black, and they speak up honestly and just saying like, look, you know, not to sort of like, you know, shrink and, oh, I'm going to pretend that I forgot, I've forgiven. And that's just opens the heart that she's so, you know, she's, you know, not loyal for like, oh, you know, but loyal. He's the brother, and I loved him, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm hurt, and I'm angry, and but that kind of anger is like there's a hurt underneath, that it's in a sadness that I want him to be here with us, and he's not, and he's missed. It's sort of like that conflicting feeling, and it gives such a tremendous sympathy for this woman. And that's just sort of like a turning point in this play. It's just magnificent. I love it.
Thank you, Irina. And I love Peter's thought about the flashback with Tyrone, which I had not thought of. And because the play could be, or the story could be cinematic and better, cinematically in film. And the time of the 60s, which I grew up in, and the 60s and some of what we go through today, of dissension and things like that. There are parallels, in the film Chicago 7, that was recently, a very good film. I think it stirred up a lot of those thoughts and stuff like that. So, so I'm very honored to, and thank you all. Thank you, Ann, for reading it. Thank you, Jimmy,
for doing it.
for being my brother. And thank you, Marcy. I loved your Italian. And thank you, Winnie, for both sides of that personality. And thank you for Bonita, who was just great. And were we believable as a couple? I wanted it to be very, like, really, an older white guy that's a trans with a younger, attractive Black girl, was it credible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
He wasn't that much younger than you. After a while, 15 years doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Aisha, when you talked about Tyrone, it made me think of my brother who died of brain cancer. He was an officer in the Green Berets in Vietnam, but it touched me because it's, and I feel like when you get touched like that, it's really the sign of wonderful acting. Thank you very much for your performance.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I shared this with Rebecca today, and then maybe we'll close. I wasn't settled with the last scene. I didn't know. I knew I wanted to do something different. Marcy and I talked, we all talked about the scenes and stuff, and we talked mostly about the comedy in it and everything. And I just wasn't happy enough with it. And it took me a long time. During tax season, I couldn't really sit down and write properly and stuff. And then 2 nights ago, I was writing this scene, and I just, like when you're writing and you're in flow, it just came very quickly. And I told this to Rebecca, to Karen today, actually, as I was writing it, I started crying. And I was really crying a lot. And then after I did that, I said, oh, this scene doesn't fit right. Then I checked myself out and I said, don't be a jerk. You just proved to yourself that you got affected emotionally. And that should be a good barometer of whether you should like it or not. And so then I went with it. So that last scene hasn't even been tried. This is the first time we did it. And I'm so happy that I took the chance with that. I'm so happy.
Say one thing.
Yes. Yes, Ernie.
The story is the main theme of the story is so powerful, but you have so many funny lines that as it's going along, you forget the underlying the underlying story, and then you get hit with it again, and that was great, Winnie. It was really beautiful. And I was laughing the whole time. If my mic was on, I would have ruined it for everybody.
I was going to ask if we could leave the mics on, because you know how if there was laughter,
That's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
I suggest maybe that's a good idea because you do want an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You don't
Very
want to
good.
be acting in a vacuum,
Yes, right. Great. Thank you all very much.
Ernie, I love what you did too.
Thank you.
And
so
again,
intelligent.
thank you on behalf of the Episcopal Actors Guild to our guest actors. You are so wonderful, such wonderful actors. It was great to have you here. Maybe you'll consider joining the guild also.
I
Because,
was
Well,
just
they
gonna-
did.
oh, they
I-
did.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
a
Bernie-
member. Yeah.
I think
Bernie
I'm a member.
did, and they're all
oh,
members.
great, great.
And even
Thank
Aisha,
you.
who didn't make it
Thank you for
tonight, is a
that.
member too. And
Oh,
Bonita,
great.
everyone's a member.
Oh,
New
terrific,
members, but members.
terrific.
And be part of our workshop. Peter, you have such a phenomenal workshop. I can't describe to you how much.
Well, it's not
means
me, it's
to
the
us.
people in the workshop, you know?
Wow, it's phenomenal.
You're so validating. Thank you, Peter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Fran, you're
Yeah.
doing it. It's just amazing. It's just,
Just a thought came to my mind. When
Yes.
you were a friend, if I may.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned in there that your mom was resting.
Yes.
And there is another way of not rewriting by all means your play, but just a thought I'd like to
Right.
share with you, like between writers. Let's say mom is coming down and she's hearing half of the conversation or the end, and she comes in and saying, let's say the prayer, or just a thought. It would be nice to see mom, you know.
Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a good thought.
That's another reason why I think,
Yeah, it should be
I'm thinking in
right.
terms of TV, that there's
Right.
certain characters who are just introduced here.
Right.
With just one
And-
line, or they're even just off stage, or they're in the past. But they're in all these characters are being introduced, and they all have a ways to go. There's
Yeah.
an open path for them to come on and be developed in the later segments.
Tell your story.
That's a really strong recommendation or observation, whatever. And that's really good. Really, that means a lot to me, because it means that I was developing the characters well enough that we want to see more of them and more of the connections and everything. So I am going to now, because of tonight, I am going to consider how to maybe position this as a pilot, you know, and maybe, because I have some film, you know, I have many film connections, maybe I could interest, you know, I wanted to get it out. I think it's still not, it's got to be done in a small theater and really wow people, you know, and then from there, I think then the path I'll take is toward a TV, you know, because I feel confident enough that I could develop it and co-develop it with collaborators, you know, because there's the race and the religion, and, you know, there's all of us, all kinds of people. We're all wonderful people, and it'd be nice to have them all intersect in a TV show, just like, you know, all with a positive, because just a play, people leave the theater, maybe their minds are influenced a bit and everything, but then it's over, you know, then they go back into their life and then it's over. With a TV show, at least maybe there's a recurrence,
yeah.
you know, in addition to entertainment, there's actually some social change that comes from it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go for it, Fran.
Wow, what a night. What, it's fantastic. Thank you.
And Fran, you look beautiful tonight.
Oh, thank you.
You
Wow.
too, Fran.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so much. I think we'll call it a night,
Yep.
and let's go
Thank
out
you,
for
everyone.
beers. Oh, we can't.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
that's too bad.
Peter.
You know what? Maybe we could just say, to close, we'll say together, it's an Italian thing. No, it's a black thing. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. George, unmute yourself. Robert, unmute yourself. Let's do it as a whole group. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's an
It's an
Italian
Italian
thing.
thing.
No,
It's
it's
a
a
black
black
thing.
thing.
I like that, Mimi.
Good night.
Bye-bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
But
Thank
everyone,
you.
it was a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice. Thank you.
Thanks, Fran.
Thank
Great work.
you. Thank you very
Bye.
much. Good night.